Yo, what up, what up, what up, guys? We are back. Should probably get some water out before I start talking. Okay. All right. Got him. Yo, what's up, everybody? I am here on Lake Guntersville. I was supposed to be here in the morning, but I ended up waking up a little sick. So, because of that, we didn't show up in the morning. We showed up now, but better late than never. So we've come to an area on the lake that I've never been to. It's a little closer to the dam. It's a little closer to the dam, so we'll just try it out, see what's up. You know, fish around and find out. Gotta get some of that vitamin D to help with my sickness. Maybe sweat it out. Who knows? Let me just quickly change this because this thing is always taking off my shade relief for some reason, bro. I don't know what the deal is with that fish finder. So yeah, we'll run this section right here. See if we can't catch one or two. It drops off pretty fast. Right now I'm at 14 feet of water. I mean, there's a freaking tree right there to my right. So, you know, more than likely there'll be something on here. More than likely, but oh well, they're hitting some shad over or some bait over there. I think they're little though. I think they're little guys. So I won't really toss to them. I'll just kind of keep moving down this bank. Like I said, it's the first time that I've fished this bank. We're just going around and fish around and find out. So I'm a little sick, guys. But, you know, still out here handling business. We're out here on Lake Guntersville. Got out a little late because I was sick, so didn't quite make it out in the morning. I usually go at least Sunday morning and Wednesday afternoon, but since I was sick, that wasn't possible. Yo, thanks, Rick. Thanks for shouting out the boat, bro. It's my first new boat ever. I usually only bought like used boats, but this one, I mean, it's not new now, but when I bought it, it was new. So I got to splurge once, you know what I'm saying? Yo, A4 DAC, what's up? Oh, there went a fish right there. Didn't go after my bait, but the fish went. Where do you fish? I fish mainly on Guntersville, but what do you call it? I'll go This weekend, I'll go to a different lake. I'll go to a lake in Georgia. But this is Lake Guntersville. Hopefully we can catch a big one out here. Like I said, we got a later start than usual. What up, bro? What up, brawlers? Lucas, thanks for that thumbs up. We are on Lake Guntersville in Alabama, northern Alabama. Right now we're fishing in 10 feet. It drops off pretty fast. This is a pretty steep bank. So we'll just keep throwing this chatterbait out to that bank. Maybe we'll switch up, but for now we're gonna throw the chatterbait. We'll see what we can catch. What's up, just south of Lanier? What's happening, bro? Did you hear? I was gonna go to a lake in Georgia next weekend. Colin Camping, what's up? From upstate New York. He's from New York, New York. Yo, Colin, did you finish your fishing trip, brah? I'll try and keep the camera pointed so that you guys can see the action. It's kind of hard to set this up to give you guys the best. It's because I do some live streams with the GoPro so that I can give you guys like a better viewing angle. But this one I'm gonna do vertical because it seems like the shorts get out to more people. Tell me you caught him, Colin. Tell me you caught him. It's not New York City. Tell me you caught him, Colin. Tell me you caught a whole bunch of smallmouth out there. Colin's one of our Canadian homies. He joins us from Canada. We got an international fishing coalition. We got people in New Zealand, France. Shout out to Frenchie. Brendan in New Zealand. Had a regular coming in Turkey. Don't know what happened to him. Just rhymes, where you at? Georgia. Georgia. That's what's up. Had some tough weather, but we caught him. All right, all right. Had 2 40-plus bass days. Sarah, I am fishing for largemouth. Dallas in the house. I'm all about them Cowboys, you know what I'm saying? Not a big fan of Dak, but Cowboy to the core. America's team, dog. This place gets real steep over there. Passion Bassin, what's up? Yo, Frenchie. Frenchie's in the house. I barely started, Frenchie. It's because I'm still sick, but like in the morning, I was gonna show up at 5:30, but in the morning, bro, like I was like, dude, my throat hurts. So I thought I'd get some rest. And now I'm out trying to get some vitamin D to help me fight this little sickness. I don't know what it is, but yeah, Frenchie's back. Yo, Frenchie, how was that movie, dog? Was that England in the house, dog? What's going on here? Or is that Switzerland? I don't even know, bro. The flag's kind of small, so I can't really see it that well. So we're tossing this chatterbait to this bank. It's pretty steep. It's I'm at 14 feet of water, and you guys can see how close I am to the bank. So we're trying to get a bite right here. It's an unknown area, a place I've never fished before, but brah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. If not, then we'll have to go to some known spots to get some action, you know what I'm saying? But I try and take you guys, try and take you guys to different spots. Got your RSV shot soon? Or get your RSV shot soon? Land bass assassin is worldwide. That's what's up, dog. More worldwide than US wide, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we had Argentina pop in yesterday. Argentina popped in. You know, we're the International Fishing Coalition, guys. We try and put our heads together to try and figure out what these fish want. Once we figure out what these fish want, put all our human brains together to try and outsmart their little fish brains. You should throw a frog or a walking bait under those trees. Get in that cover. Yo, Hustle Gamble, what's up? Yeah, bro. I've been doing the GoPro lives for a while, but I figured, hey, let's go vertical. But don't worry, Hustle. This one is not a 30-minute vertical. It's a infinite vertical. Well, as long as my phone's got battery, right? But it's an infinite vertical. So we got requests for some topwater. I mean, you guys can't see it, but there's a whole bunch of bait over here just kind of jumping out. I don't know, let me turn the camera real quick so that you guys can see what's going on. You might be able to see it, the sun might blind you, who knows. But if you guys are looking in that direction, you'll see a whole bunch of little flickers on the top of the water. That just seems like a whole bunch of bait, bros. I got a whole bunch of bait. It's like I'm inside of a bait cove, you know what I'm saying? Well, let's get back to fishing. They are feeding. They are definitely feeding. I don't know what's going. I can't see the bait, but I could just see them flickering. Hopefully you guys were able to see that. So I do have a walking the dog bait on one of my rods. But I don't really see any topwater action. I see the little bit of bait right there, but I don't. Oh yeah, those fools are jumping out everywhere. At least the bait is. So what to throw is debatable, you know what I'm saying? If it's hot, then with the chatterbait. Oh, it's definitely hot out here right now, bro. I'll tell you the other day about the movie. A bit more slow. Did I just see Germany in the Uh-oh. Germany just pop in the house. Did Germany pop in the house? Let's see. Yep, Germany's in the house. But I don't know, bro. I've seen you put a lot of flags up, bro. I don't know. Maybe you just have a lot of passports and stuff and you're a dual citizen. I don't know, bro. We are in 12 feet of water. Bank is chilling right there real close. Hopefully we can get one. I'm throwing a chatterbait. This just starts to get steeper and steeper, so we'll have to see what our game plan is going to be. Now, guys, eventually when these fools stop or never bite here, I'm going to have to go and slow it down a little bit. That might not be your cup of tea. I'm going to throw some worms and jigs and things of that nature. Oh, wait a second, bros. I turned the camera and didn't even leave any space to show myself, bro. See, that's humility. I'd rather show you guys nature and the fish than have you guys looking at me. Just a little humility there, guys. Nicked that tree right there, but got it where we want it. We're here to see fish, not a fisherman. We see those guys just walking the streets. We are in 12 feet of water. There's a bit of grass out there, so the water is sort of a little bit, it's not chocolate milk, it's a dark green tea color. There's some floating eelgrass on top. Can I speak German? Negative, man. I can barely speak English. Who's Dak? Dak, bro, is the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, aka America's team. Because you know it's getting close to football season, bro. All right, guys, we're gonna probably turn around. Only problem is that there's another boat coming into this cove on the other side, so I want to be considerate to them and leave them that whole bank on that side. It is in the shade, though. It is in the shade. Yo, Hustle, do you make any fatty out of this on the games? Because I don't know if you were watching, Hustle, but yesterday you missed 2 3-pounders, dog. You missed 2 3-pounders. They were barely pushing 3, but it was 2 3-pounders and just a bunch of dinks after that. Algae bloom. Wait, you still fishing the same lake? Because oh yeah, bro, this is a different spot. This is Lake Guntersville, but this is a spot that I've never gone to. This is one of the coves near the dam. Never been here, bro. But I told you guys once I was gonna get internet service, I would be able to take you to different locations. Definitely never seen this spot, bro. This is the first time I've seen this spot. "10 feet from here to there, guys." I'm gonna let this fool drop. Oh yeah. Okay, new game plan. On the way back, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let him drop more. I thought it was a more gradual drop. But come to find out, that drop is straight 10 all the way down. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it hit bottom. Pop them up, run them. Slowly run them, pop them. See if anything bites. But we'll head back in the other direction in a little bit, guys. Hey, Doug, do you know what to do when you don't catch anything? Tell me what to do when I don't catch anything, dog. That's what we need, Frenchie. These guys need to see a fish. All right, I'm gonna pop around to the other way, or in the other direction, sorry. See, I told you I can barely speak English, dog. I'll turn the camera right now, guys. And Hustle, the other reason that I can go vertical, open a beer. The only reason that I can go vertical is because it's not windy right now. Because with the phone, if it was windy, bro, you guys would get seasick. You guys would definitely get sick. Oh yeah, bro, did I tell you guys that this is live? So you see all the mistakes? That's how we like it here. We like it nice and live. No highlight films, just straight up mistakes and keeping it real. That's what we do here. Just ask the guys who are subscribed how many times they've seen me do some dumb stuff on this boat. In fact, on Friday, I think it was Friday, I lost my microphone receiver, so I ended up costing myself $400 to replace it. It was stupid. Frenchy style. Near the dam, I've seen some nice. Any fallen logs in the water, try to bait real close to it. Oh, I got you, Sarah. I agree. There you go, Sarah. I basically cast that on that tree right there. Again, I cut out myself on this channel, but I mean, if you guys can see the cast, that's what matters. I think you guys can see the cast. Showing up in the afternoon probably didn't do us any real favors. It's 90 degrees when it's been like freaking barely 80 in the last few days. Now it's hot. Eelgrass. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Guntersville, but there's this grass that gets dislodged and it starts to float up. And it causes some problems when you're trying to reel in your bait, especially moving baits. Regular baits, no big deal. I mean, bottom bouncing baits, no big deal, unless it's really thick. But this one, you see, I just landed straight on that eelgrass. And it causes a problem for like topwater baits. There's a point out here that I'm gonna slow down and I'm gonna throw a worm and a jig to it. That point sticks out right at the opening of this cove. I almost feel sort of bad not throwing a slow moving bait right here. Cause I'm a slow roller, guys. I like to roll slow than throw faster moving baits, but that's just me. Are there any fallen logs in the water? Okay, yeah, we already got on that one, Sarah. We got you. Yeah, structure and cover is key to bass. All right, y'all hit the subscribe button. Let's keep this, or let's help this channel. Oh, thank you very much. Passion Bassin. Yes, worms will do it. Yeah, I gotta throw that worm out there, let it sit. But the problem is, then people are gonna be like, what is this fool? He's going in slow motion. I gotta find that middle ground. But I think people just wanna see fish, so the common ground is catch a fish. Bro, definitely this is very deep in terms of, you know, like the rate of I hooked my hardware, dogs. I hooked my hardware. I told you guys some dumb stuff happens on this channel, bro. This is live. This is live, real. So I hooked my camera. That was cool. That was super cool. We ain't perfect here, bro. All right, I'm gonna throw a jig out there. I'm gonna throw a 1/4 ounce jig and just kind of let it do its thing. This is still on from the last time that Frenchie had suggested to put a 1/4 ounce jig on. I don't think we've caught anything off of it since then, Frenchie, but we're not gonna stop throwing it, dog. We are not gonna stop throwing it. Well, there goes a bird. That's a vulture. I think I got enough vitamin D. I'm gonna frickin' disappear in the sun. I'll send you a picture or two. Frenchie, so we got a problem with you sending me pictures because I can't see them because I'm using my phone for the live. So because of that, I'm not going to be able to see them. Ooh, that felt weird. Let me just turn this a little bit, guys. So that maybe you guys can, oh, look at all this bait right here. I don't think you guys can see it, but there's a bunch of bait circling right there. There is a bunch of bait circling. All right, so if you guys are wondering, I'm throwing this Rage Craw jig. The Rage Craw trailer, and the jig is a jig that a buddy of mine, I think there's a dead fish over there. A buddy of mine from California sent me. Central Cali Bassin sent me these jigs. All right. Sorry if it cuts out a little bit, guys. I can only do, straight into the tree. I can only do so much with the internet quality out here. In order for me to get you guys out here into these spots that I couldn't before, I got to use whatever I can to get internet out here. So currently I'm using some Starlink, and sometimes when the trees get in the way, it blocks the satellites, so it causes issues. There's some rock right there that I'm throwing to right now. Did they send you a blue one? Negative. Negative. They did not send me a blue one. He sent me a whole bunch of different ones. Sarah, you think this jig is a little big? This jig looks compact to me, but I throw bigger jigs, so I'm used to seeing. First, you have a creek connecting here. So I got your message, Frenchie, but the problem is, in order for me to see it, I got to go to my phone. That's a whoop. Still beautiful, just fish. Oh man, Sarah's like every woman that I've talked to. Basically tells me to shut up in the nicest way possible. I like that, Sarah. Thank you. Just shut up and catch a fish, bro. I can respect that, Sarah. I mean, clearly I can't shut up, but I can respect that. Frenchie sent a photo. All right. Yo, what's up, Cube on top? What is happening? We are out here on Lake Guntersville getting stuck apparently on a freaking tree limb that was down there. So you guys know I'm in the mix. If I'm getting stuck, we're not scared to get in the mix. We just have to find the stupid fish. I've circled them on Google Maps. I told you this is a international fishing coalition. Frenchie sending me spots, telling me, yo bro, go try these out. It's better than him sending me drones, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if France has drones, bro. Well, this is the eelgrass that I'm talking about, guys. We're gonna get hung up in it quite a bit. There's a few coves from here, basically set up the same as this. We'll hit them up before we go hit up more familiar areas. We're ready to catch them wherever. We just got to figure out what to throw them. It is starting to get toasty out here. Oh, it is definitely hot out here. But like I said, I'm a little sick, so maybe I'll sweat out some of that sickness. I gotta put on my sun cover in a little bit. I just haven't put them on because I'm trying to absorb some vitamin D right now. And just poked myself with my hook. They are sharp for sure. That was not a fish. That was definitely a tree that I got hung up in. I might slow it down even to the point where I'm throwing a Nico. So I just saw a fish come up for a bait. I mean, it was probably 1.5 pounds, but I did see a fish. So I'm marking them right here. I think they're just, might have to throw a little minnow out there. Because it is definitely deep out there, so if I move it just, you know, like about 10 feet off the bank, it drops pretty fast. What is screaming in these trees? Sarah, we are going to try deep water, shallow water. We're going to try it all. With the time allotted, of course, but we're definitely going to try it all. Let me switch up and try something real quick, guys. I'm going to throw a hover strolling minnow type bait. Let's see how many times we can get hung up in these trees. They ain't biting under 12 feet. For me, between 12 and 20 the last few times I went out. So I see them out here in 14. They kind of disappeared right there, but they were in 10 feet or so. I'm wondering, did I go over this tree when I came through? I don't remember. There. That's me stuck. Sounded good. That definitely sounded good. But I hit the branch on the other side. I think you guys could see that tree that I got stuck in. It felt good and sounded good, but the outcome might not be good. So I guess the answer to my question, how many times I can get stuck in a tree, is 1 if I snap this guy off. Oh, just a little tidbit of information, guys. This rod that I have in my hand right now is one that I won when I went to the Bassmaster Classic. Not me personally going to the Classic, but I went to go, personally I did go to the Classic, but I didn't compete in the Classic. I went to go watch the Classic, and there was a guy from Bass Pro Shop, and then he said, man, if you can answer me this question, who is the founder of the Bass Pro Shop? And then I told him Johnny Morris, and he said, yeah, bro, you could have this reel and rod. So I was pretty excited about that. Free tackle is always good, or free gear. Yo, you'll see a lot of crazy stuff happening on this channel, bro. You gotta push the limits, dog. You gotta push the limits. That's grass. Would you look at that? A whole clump of eelgrass. I took it by the roots, dog. You know, just landscaping out here. What the so, like I said, we keep it real out here. So, that was the line getting stuck on my reel. Pun not intended. I don't know if you guys can see the bait fish over there jumping out a little bit. I'm right now in 10 feet of water. Let's see what we can catch acting like one of these fools up front. We can catch some grass. The video is secondary. Let's see, ever get Kitech? All right, you get stuck in the trees, they get away. Use a Kitech shiner. Wait to cover your right now. You know the name, or the cove that I'm in right now? Do I know the name of it? I do not, bro. So this should be like the, I mean, I can see the dam right there, bro. So it's the first cove on the, if I'm looking upriver, it's the first cove. The first cove of the, once you're going, I'd say northeast. So basically upriver, it's the first cove to the right. "14 feet of water out here. What time is it? 5? All right. We gotta pay attention to time so that we don't waste all our time in this area, because we gotta move. We're not gonna live and die in this cove. Move this little minnow right next to this tree. Get you some, son. Negative. Negative. Let's see what we got here. Where are all the points? Frenchie said he was in France, bro. I don't know for a fact. Sorry guys, I gotta drink some water. If I don't, I'll definitely dehydrate out here, because a little bit of sickness. When I'm healthy, I get close, I get borderline, but when I'm sick, we don't want to push it too much. If I'm sick and I start to dehydrate, bro, I might do crazy things like throw a little hover minnow into a tree or something, you know? Not really think what I'm doing. All right, guys, we're gonna speed through these other spots. We're gonna speed through this other spot right here with a chatterbait. Maybe I'll throw a worm, but quickly, so that we can get to the point here, and then we'll go to the other point and just hit up points all the way down until we start getting to some more familiar territory, where we should be able to pick off some fish. We just got to make sure that we expand our horizons, fish different areas. I've lived here near this lake for 2 years and I've never been in this cove. What's that all about? 2 years, never even given this cove a chance. But I haven't caught anything here anyway, so. Oh, not a problem, Sarah. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. The whole point of this is so you guys can feel like you're on the boat, just back there, casting lines, you know, just like buddies hanging out on a boat. Hopefully you guys are back there catching more fish than I am, but that's the intent. Be my digital co-anglers, you know what I'm saying? If you guys can't get out on the water, well, you can get out there with me. We'll give the worm a couple rod lifts, and then if they don't bite, then we move on. Sorry, guys. Asked me to resume the same feed, so I just said, yeah, let me resume the same feed. I asked the moderator if I lost my feed and I wasn't getting a response. So we're back, guys. Hopefully that doesn't make everybody who was on bounce and then not be able to find out that we're back. Had I known that I had lost it, I would have come back sooner, but moderator was slipping on that one. Holy moly. But I think my phone just got too hot. So I gotta find a shady spot. Well, we just bumped a stump back there. I gotta find a shady spot for this phone to chill in. Well, it just goes to show you guys how hot it is out here. If the phone can't take it. Yeah, bass fishing, I think the phone got a little hot. So shut down all the apps. I gotta go to a place where the shade is prevalent. There's some positives and negatives to every setup that we choose here, guys. So if we choose to go vertical, we got to use the phone. The phone's going to heat up. If we choose to go horizontal with the GoPro, then the feed doesn't get pushed out to as many people as a vertical feed does. So we gotta figure out a balance, let's say. Because when I go vertical, it pushes out to more people get to see it, then more people jump in. And no sir, I am now using a Texas rig Zoom Magnum trick worm. I am right now in 16 feet of water. There's a grass line that's here that I'm trying, there's one. Oh, mother. There was one, guys, but I hesitated too long to set the hook. That's on me, baby. That's on me, baby. But this is a grass line in like 14 feet of water, and I'm just kind of chilling on the outside edge of it. It's a point that comes out, so son of a gun, I can't believe I missed that fish. But yeah, you're the first. I mean, you're at the first spot that I seen on Google Maps. Supposed to be a stream at the end of the cove, making some current. A nice spot. Do you have live scope or active target? I have active target, but I'm not using any of it for two reasons. One, I'm not that great at keeping, let's say, the minnow or whatever in the beam, but more importantly, I have a battery that I use specifically for it. So I have a Lithium Pros battery, and something happened to that battery, so it got shipped back, and I'm waiting for them to send me that battery back. So I got a lot of electronics on that I don't want to add more to my starter battery load, so that I can make sure that almost every time I'm getting home, you know what I'm saying? You can't guarantee every time that you're gonna get back without any difficulties, but if I add that, what's going on right there? If I add the active target to the electrical load, bro, there's no telling. Might only be able to fish for like 3 hours. Man, I can't believe I missed that one fish. You get the opportunity and you fail. So I think I saw that creek that you were talking about way in the back, dog, but I had already done an about face before I there's one. That's on me, baby. Probably a terrible hook set, but it's probably about 2 pounds. So this was off a mag trick worm. Maybe, I think he's about 2 pounds. Hopefully Sarah came back and she was able to see this guy. Whoa, relax, bro, relax. So, while I'm letting this guy tire himself out, I'll be able to answer the chats, which there are none. Just when you guys get quiet, dogs. When I have time to answer some chats, bro. Oh yeah, Frenchie. This should have been number 2, dog. I think he's maybe a 2-pounder. Could be 1 and change, but I mean, he's definitely healthy. Get over here, bro. Get over here, bro. Yeah. He's looking like a barely 2, if that's what we're going to classify him as. This, bro, I'm going to have to get my Leatherman out. Don't got a good angle here. Yeah, so he's barely going to be 2, if anything. Barely. Barely. He feels thick. Might be 1 3/4. You know what? Let's just weigh him, guys. Let's just weigh him so that there's no guessing. He'll barely touch 2 if he does. Barely touch 2 if he does. Because you know we keep it real on this channel. But that's at least 1 so that we don't get skunked. Get skunked in the heat. Oh yeah, bro. He's 1.99498. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that, but he's 1.98 or so. So barely touching 2. Barely touching 2. One last look before we toss him back in there. Let's toss him on this side. Takes him a little longer to find his homies and go tell them, hey bro, don't nibble that worm. That worm's got a bite. Yep. Yeah, he was almost touching 2, bro. But he's a fish. He was almost touching 2. Let's see if he's got a couple bigger homies out there. And I missed that other one, but whatever. Just be grateful for the one you got, player. I'm throwing it across the point, so the point comes out, and I'm just throwing to where the... What in the heck just splashed behind me? I don't know if you guys heard that, but there was a splash behind me. But I had to roll them slow, dog. I had to roll them slow. Do you ever fish in bass tournaments or even pro tournaments? Yo, passion bassin'. I do fish in bass tournaments and pro tournaments. But as this channel keeps it real, bro, I get my butt kicked in those tournaments. So I had fished in the BFL and scored enough points to go to the Toyota Series. And I got into the Toyota Series this year, but we went to other lakes. I mean, this was one of the lakes that we fished at, but it was in the winter, so I'm not used to fishing in the winter on this lake. So I got my butt kicked, bro. There's no mincing words, bro. I got my butt kicked in, and I'll take my lumps and grow from them and see if I can't learn from them so that get a little better and come back and win a tournament or 2. He's fishing a snapping turtle tournament. Frenchie, I don't even think I've ever caught a snapping turtle, bro. Oh, that's a lie. That's an inadvertent lie. I have caught a snapping turtle, but I was fishing a pond here in Alabama a long time ago, and we had left the person who we were fishing the pond, or who owned the pond, he had said, hey, pull out all the small ones that you can. And so we had them on a trot line. And then somebody said, hey man, I think that something's eating the fish. I was like, bruh, you crazy, bruh. And then, I looked and something was eating the fish. And I saw that it was a snapping turtle, so I dropped a worm to him. It was a Senko. And he bit it. And I set the hook on him. And I pulled that fool up out of the water. And then we looked at him. The dude was massive. Pulled him up out of the water, and then my brother had stepped on his back, and that snapping turtle basically did a push-up with my brother on his back. Not his full weight, of course, but he pushed up my brother's foot, and then we released him, and then the owner of the pond was all like, bro, why didn't you kill him? I was like, bro, I didn't know you wanted that snapping turtle dead. So I have caught 1 snapping turtle. Let's see. Passion bassin'? Yeah, at least you're honest. Keep doing what you love. And then, bro, that's the one thing that this channel does bring, honesty, bro. If I get my butt kicked, you'll know it, dude. This is no highlight reels. This is, yo, bro, I got skunked. Yo, bro, I caught some good ones. You know, whatever it is, whatever the case may be, you guys are gonna see it. For better or worse. All right, so we picked off that one guy here on this spot. I think what we'll do is we'll move to the other spot. It's basically sets up similar to this. And we'll just fish the points heading back out to some more known spots that we go to. Let's see, you get your butt kicked, okay, because you did not have the worldwide coalition. Yo, that's what we're doing here, Frenchie. We're worldwide backing the Latin Bassassin. The one thing I don't know about tournaments is, or the one thing I don't like about tournaments is they're high risk, high reward. With it's what we live for, yep. They're high risk, high reward. Bro, that's the truth right there. But another thing that I feel bad for, right? Because like there are times where, well, we have non or co-anglers with us, right? They don't fish with us. They're on the boat and they fish for themselves, and whatever fish they catch go to their weight, and it's that weight against. What in the heck? That's when you set the hook on a tree. It's that weight against all the other co-anglers, right? That was the oddest thing, bro. Something took me into that tree, but when I set the hook, all I got was tree. I got a tree pounder right here, bro. Yeah, so I take those guys with me, right? And if I'm not on fish, like the fish aren't biting for some reason, well, then I take my homies apparently down with me, because those dudes, it's a luck of the draw. So you basically, whoever you get, you get. If you got somebody who is on fish, then more than likely you're gonna catch fish alongside them. But I mean, maybe not if they're scoping or something, but yeah, what the heck was that all about, bros? Worm is nice and balled up, but the outcome is an air ball. Yeah, something was taking me into that tree. So yeah, so if I'm struggling, then they're struggling. And I don't like that, man. I don't like to leave people hanging. So that causes an issue and changes, like mindsets and stuff. If I go down by myself, well, hell, I'm a grown man. I'll go down by myself and take my lumps. But if I took someone else with me, ooh, that doesn't sit well with me. Because they also paid to be in a tournament. By the way, did you keep a free jig you fished? Oh, yeah, dog. Of course I kept that free jig, man. We got to cut costs anywhere we can. So if a free jig is caught, then we're going to put in the arsenal. It didn't have rusted hooks, so we were good, bro. If it had rusted hooks, I'd probably hesitate to keep it, but it was like somebody had barely lost it. Let's see. Well, the fact that they have to ride around and fish in the live wells all day is crazy. That's another thing, bro. The fish are cruising around, bouncing around. All right, guys, let's move. Eelgrass, don't you try and trick me. We're gonna move. Let me see what. Well, there's a little bit of a point that sticks out up there, so I'm just gonna speed up the trolling motor. You guys can probably see it over there. Right where those rocks stick out. Right now I'm just looking at my side imaging. I got side imaging on the front trolling motor, so I'm able to see some things. Now, there's a lot of eelgrass right here, but we'll work our way around it. We are 10 feet, so well, 15 feet. We'll chill right here and work our bait back from there. In MLF, they don't bass fishing live. It's catch and release and tournament style, which, so that is true, but those are like the pro tournaments, because like those are the guys that do it for a living, not the guys like me who dabble in it. You know what I'm saying? So those guys, they toss the fish back in the water as soon as they weigh them. But in these tournaments, the Toyota series, we do put them in the live well and cruise with them all day, because they don't have enough people to you know, like go and weigh and all that other stuff and keep score and all that other stuff. The co-anglers end up being essentially the marshals, so that nobody's doing any funny business. Everybody's, you know, playing within the rules. That was odd. It was an odd feel, but basically same result. Yeah, Frenchie, it might become my lucky lure. It was definitely not the person who lost it. It wasn't their lucky lure, but it might be my lucky lure. Who knows? You guys see how it's dropping off right here, and like it's a quick drop off. What the heck is this? I think it's because my worm is already a little messed up on the face. I think that's why he's coming back all stupid, but all balled up. I don't think it's that he's getting hit by a fish every time down there, and I just don't feel that fish. We are in 15 feet of water. You guys can see how close and how quickly that drops. But it doesn't feel like there's a lot of current right now, so now when I do the next move, I'm gonna have to get on the main motor, but I don't know how that's gonna work for you guys, because I mean, the lake is nice and flat right now, but like all the bumping around, since the phone doesn't have anything to stabilize, you guys might just start bouncing around like crazy and end up seasick or something.